kind of like Christmas came early because a book of the month came early this month. So let's unbox my December book of the month choices plus add-on. But before we do that, as you know, I always do like to review the book that I chose last month for my book of the month. And November's book of the month choice was The Wilderwomen by Ruth Emmie Lang. So if you want to know what this book is all about, I will definitely be linking last month's unboxing video at the end of this video so you can check it out. I do just want to quickly say that I loved this book. The author did a really great job of telling the accounts of the three Wilderwomen, the mother Nora and her daughters Sadie and Finn, and I really enjoyed the way that Lang did that. She pretty much kind of hopped timelines, so to speak. So there were a lot of flashbacks in this book. I found this book to be almost lyrical in the way that it was written, so I definitely do recommend The Wilderwomen, and I would give this one a 5 out of 5 stars. If you are new to Book of the Month, it is a monthly book subscription box. I will have all of the details such as pricing down below in the description box, as well as a link so you can check out different plans that you may want to get yourself or gift to somebody else this holiday season, and a playlist of Book of the Month unboxing videos that I've done from this year and previous years. Now let's get into what I'm sure you are here for, this month's Book of the Month. So this is quite heavy. Book of the Month, God's Heard, The Universe Answered. I was able to get add-ons for the promised $10, or I think like $10.99 per add-on. So 3 books, I maxed it out. You're allowed 3 books per month in your box, and that is what I picked. As always, we get a branded little bookmark from Book of the Month, and the saying is same time tomorrow, ? We also got, which we got last December as well, and they're super cute, some little stickers. We have some new stickers this year. I don't know what my favorite is. I really like the polar bear sleeping in the box and the little snowman reading. Those are so adorable. So later this month, I'm going to be doing a video where I'm going to be making stickers. No, let me say that another way. I'm going to be making magnets out of stickers. There you go. It took a moment for it to get. So magnets out of stickers, and I think I'll definitely have to put that one and maybe that one. I can make some little holiday magnets out of stickers. As each year is winding down, Book of the Month does have its, what's it called? Book of the Month award, the Book of the Year. That's what it is called. They have their Book of the Year, and so they have that all of their subscribers can vote on their one book that they've enjoyed the most, and these are the finalists. And if I'm not mistaken, from these finalists, then you can vote, unless I am getting that confused with Goodreads. But here were the finalists for 2022, and I have read 0 of them. And I guess spoiler warning in case you're waiting to see what the 2022 Book of the Year is, but drum roll, please. Ta-da! It is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zavine. Like I said, I have not read it. You gotta let me know in the comments if you did pick this book up, what you thought about it. And now my choice for December's Book of the Month. It is a holiday book. It's a holiday rom-com sort of book, and usually I don't pick them. I love rom-com sort of books, but usually I don't pick them if they're holiday themed. But I don't know, maybe it was all the Hallmark movies I've been watching. So I chose Kiss Her Once for Me by Allison Cochran. I don't know, I might not like it, but just from the description, Kiss Her Once for Me seems like the queer Hallmark movie of my dreams in book form. So in Kiss Her Once for Me, 1 year ago, a recent Portland transplant, Ollie Oliver, had her dream job in animation, and a Christmas Eve bookstore meet cute with a woman she fell in love with over the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning and the loss of her job soon after, she finds herself adrift, alone and desperate for money. Finding work at a local coffee shop, she's just getting through the days until Andrew, the shop's landlord, proposes a drunken plan, a marriage of convenience that will give him his recent inheritance and alleviate Ellie's financial woes and isolation. They decide to spend the holidays together at his family cabin to keep up the ruse, but when Andrew introduces his new fiancée to his sister, Ellie is shocked to discover that his sister is Jack, the mysterious woman she fell for last Christmas Eve. Now, over one very festive week, Ellie must choose between the safety of a fake relationship and the risk of something real. Right? That just sounds like a Hallmark movie, right? I love watching the Hallmark movies around the Christmas time. I know exactly how they're going to end, but what I love to do while I'm watching them is to watch them trying to figure out what the big issue is going to be. Because you know how an hour and some odd minutes into it, there's like everything's going great and then it's like bam, a huge issue. That is like the thing that like my murder mystery brain is constantly working to try to figure out. But anyway, back to the book. As I always do, I like to read the first paragraph or so. And this chapter or episode is called Snow Day. Snow days are a special kind of magic. When I was a kid, snow days meant freedom from the stress of school and the debilitating social anxiety I felt there. On a snow day, I could wander outside and make friends as easily as packing a snowball between my gloved palms. In college at Ohio State, snow days meant freedom from my rigorous study schedule when my best friend Meredith would burst into my dorm at once and in the morning so we could go sledding in the South Oval on trays stolen from the dining hall. And in Portland, a snow day meant freedom from everything. To keep in the holiday spirit, this will definitely be the next book that I read. And now on to the add-on. So the first add-on is actually a book of the month choice for this month. And I swear this is the first time that I've been allowed to do this. So I don't know if it was just like, once again, a glitch in their system or we're allowed to do this now. They let me add on a book from this month. So really excited because I was trying to decide between these two books. So my first add-on is The Circus Train by Amita Perk. And this falls into, of course, one of my favorites, historical fiction. So this takes place in 1938. Lena Papadopoulos has never quite found her place within the circus, even as the daughter of the extraordinary headlining illusionist Theo. Brilliant and curious, Lena, who uses a wheelchair after a childhood bout with polio, yearns for the real-world magic of science and medicine, her mind stronger than the limitations placed on her by society. Then, her unconventional life takes an exciting turn when she rescues Alexander, an orphan with his own secrets and a mysterious past. I just read that line like 6 times, and for some reason, it didn't make sense in my head. As World War II escalates around them, their friendship blossoms into something deeper while Alexander trains as the illusionist apprentice. But when Theo and Alexander are arrested and made to perform in a town for Jews set up by the Nazis, Lena is separated from everything she knows. Forced to make her own way, Lena must confront her doubts and dare to believe in the impossible herself. All right, and the first few paragraphs of The Circus Train is actually the prologue. So this takes place in May 1929 in Greece. 24, maybe 48 hours. Dr. Komenos delivered his diagnosis as though he were reciting a weather report or the answer to a math problem. He tucked his stethoscope in his black leather medical bag and snapped it shut, the shiny front buckle casting a shard of light across the room. "Is there anything I can do?" Theo asked, grief cloaking his face. Dr. Komenos hesitated. He knew Theo lived in a world of hope, of make-believe, of what could be, but there was no denying the truth about his wife. Right? And the final book is not a new book, but I've been waiting to read this. And all the paperback versions that I found were so small. So I waited until I was able to get it as an add-on. Because if you didn't know, Book of the Month has, like, I'll show you. In general, this is something that I do really like because sometimes I do struggle with my eyesight and like focusing my eyes. So it's really small print I kind of have issues with. So it has like it's not large print by any means, but it has a good size print. So I was waiting for this. I would say the critically acclaimed, at least literally everything I've seen, heard, and read about it, is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Have not read anything by that author, although I hear she has a cult following. So if you have never heard of this book, I'm sure you're not on Book Talk, but this is about an aging and reclusive Hollywood movie icon, Evelyn Hugo, who is finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monique Grant for the job, no one is more astounded than Monique herself. Why her? Why now? Monique is not exactly at the top of the world. Her husband has left her, and her professional life is going nowhere. Regardless of why Evelyn has selected her to write her biography, Monique is determined to use this opportunity to jumpstart her career. Summoned to Evelyn's luxurious Manhattan apartment, Monique listens, fascination, as Evelyn tells her story. From making her way to Los Angeles in the 1950s to her decision to leave show business in the 80s, and of course the 7 husbands along the way. Evelyn unspools a tale of ruthless ambition, unexpected friendships, and a great forbidden love. Monique begins to feel a very real connection to the legendary star. But as Evelyn's story nears its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monique's own in tragic and irreversible ways. All right, in the first few bits of this book, can you come into my office? I looked around at the desk beside me and then back at Frankie, trying to confirm to whom exactly she's talking. I point to myself. Do you mean me? Frankie has very little patience. Yes, Monique, you. That's why I said, Monique, can you come into my office? Sorry, I just heard the last part. Frankie turns. I grab my notebook and follow her. I grab my notepad and follow her. There is something very striking about Frankie. I'm not sure that you'd say she's conventionally attractive. Her features are severe, her eyes very wide apart, but she is nevertheless someone you can't help to but look at and admire. With her thin, 6-foot-tall frame, her short cropped afro, and her affinity for bright colors and big jewelry, when Frankie walks into a room, everyone takes notice. So I think I'm all set for the rest of December. Just kidding, I do have other things on my TBR list as well. I like that I have like a rom-com, something that I assume is gonna make me think, and I am assuming that this one's gonna make me like boohoo cry. So, all of the emotions. If you have read any of these, let me know in the comments down below. And if you do want to see exactly what I think of all 3 of these books next month, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that YouTube will let you know when that video is uploaded. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in another video that YouTube should be recommending now.